Hello to you all. I wasn't going to record today. I just thought, let me take a full day off without thinking about recording. You'll also hear a lot of noise in the background. It's busy in the house today. I felt the need to just stop and breathe and just close my eyes and started seeing symbols. And then wrote all of them down to record tomorrow, but then I started feeling this heaviness in my body. And so I just want to take you through this symbolism because I feel like this message is important. The reason for it is to alert is the wrong word. Warn is the wrong word. Help you to stay aware of something incoming. Okay? Please take this message as it resonates. Okay, because I'm not actually, perhaps for somebody I'm already confirming something. This feels like it's something coming in. And this is a positive message. And the whole purpose is to create awareness so that you're mindful to look out for signs so that you can capture this thing and look after it. Not capture it, receive it and look after it. I saw a key. It was a golden key and it was sparkling and it was almost like sparkling, like come hither. Okay. Reach out towards me. And then, I saw a cloud. Okay. Which told me that this is the form of an idea. And then inside the cloud was a little baby, a little naked baby. And then the baby sort of is Jesus. Okay? This baby Jesus, as soon as I started sort of wandering around the vision, there was this idea that this baby does not have an awareness of what it will become. Okay? Obviously a healer. And so this is something very healing. Okay? This key is going to lead you to something very healing. This is for you to look after, for you to nurture, and care for. Okay. And then all this sort of symbolism around, I know the story of Jesus was around when Herod was king, but what they actually said is that the past paradigm is going to try and catch it and kill it. Okay. They know it's coming and they've sent people to capture it. Okay. Now, without getting biblical here, if I haven't done that already, the point here is that this may not be other people that we're talking about. Please take this as it resonates. The idea is that there are remnants of the past version of you. This is one way of looking at it. It could be people, but this is another way of looking at it, which is what I was feeling. There are remnants of the past version of you that are going to doubt this thing and possibly sabotage it in certain ways. So this is why you need to become aware, not just aware of the dynamics around the birth process and this thing actually being protected and being nurtured and brought into life. Okay, this is a big message of keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Work through these things for yourself. Okay, you're not going to have to keep it a secret forever because it's going to need to come out. But the point is, there's going to be a lot of doubt around it. There's going to be a lot of doubt in your mind around it. This is sending me back to something I shared at closer to the end of last year. I think it was around November. I did a sort of an astrological non-terminology thing that I put on Patreon. But it was leading up to January. But one of the things I mentioned in there is that January is going to come in with ideas. And so this, for me, it feels like this idea is already around. It's already around. And so to be aware, in my experience with new ideas and new concepts, is that what happens is that there can be many stages. Some people are very decisive when it comes to producing new creations or whatever it is. Some people are very decisive and know exactly what to do, and others can tend to hesitate. As a hesitator, what I'm going to share with you is that there are ideas that you can capture. So write everything down. Okay. Keep your notes, journal. Nothing is too crazy. Just journal it. And often when it comes in, this inspiration, often when you're receiving inspiration, and this is the time, because yesterday's reading was very much around peace. These things, the idea of silent night and baby Jesus being born is not like, it's not only, it's like, it applies. It's real. Okay. What can happen is that during this peaceful time is when you can actually hear these new ideas coming in. Okay. So journal them, please. Okay. So like keep a notebook. I've got used to actually going, doesn't matter where I go, like whether it's a pub or school, I literally have my journal in my handbag. Okay. So what can happen is that in the moment you'll capture this idea. Okay. And it will feel very real. It'll feel very realistic. It'll feel very inspired. And then you put it aside, and then obviously the past paradigm, very much physical life, normal life, sort of pulls you back into it. And then you go back to your idea that you journaled and you think it's stupid, or you think it's crazy, or you think it won't fit, or you think no one will like it, or you think it's irrelevant. This is the voice of doubt. This is the sabotage. Okay. This is the sabotage. And I want to also say, nurturing is not just about protection. Nurturing is also the process of you adding more inspiration to it. There are things I am doing now that I first thought about perhaps 8 months ago. I remember I saw it clearly. It came through me clearly. I saw it. I could still describe it to you. But for me, it's crazy that it's come back now and in such a different form. But it always was what it was. It was never something different. And that initial inspiration is generally when the allure is the strongest with this thing, okay? It comes in with the most fire when it's coming in fresh. Because after that, it's kind of like the nurturing process is more water and like working with it, okay? So this is really to look out for it. Another thing they said is that look out for the symbol of a star. Look out for the star. Okay, so obviously the star card came up for me. The stars, I wouldn't look directly up into the sky because then you're going to expect that this idea should have already arrived. But there's something about it, the symbolism of a star. So whether a star is going to come up in conversation, or you see a shooting star, or something about a star means that this idea is super close. Either maybe you're going to be talking about something with someone or doing something or whatever, and you're going to hear or see or think or whatever it is. It's about a star. And so that's a signal. That's a signal of the closeness of this baby. Okay, coming. That's the signal. Okay. It'll fit differently for everyone. Another thing I don't want you to do, please, is to now go on to high alert, because high alert actually means that your nervous system is now tightening and expecting and looking for, and that's just not how inspiration comes in. Okay, it doesn't come in like that. We talked about the peace, we talked about the silence, and just that calm sense is how things can flow. You think of your nervous system like a dam wall. Like if you like put up this wall, you know, because you're trying to catch all the water, things don't flow the way they usually flow. And so just chill out. What's meant to find you will certainly find you. The point here is that when it finds you, do not allow for the sabotage. You don't need to rush anything. It is what it is, but to notice it and to receive it, because it's a great gift. It's a gift. And it's a gift. It's not just a gift to you. It's a gift to the world. Okay. It's a healer. It is a healer. And I know I'm speaking very much in terms of like, I sound like I'm talking about a thing, a creation, but this is how these things are. what actually brought me to turn on my recorder and record this is because my body, immediately after just writing my notes and putting this aside and sharing everything I've just shared with you with my piece of paper, okay, I felt this immediate fatigue come over my body. So this is another thing I'd like for you to recognize if this does tend to happen to you. And it's not tiredness. It's literally like the energy of fatigue, where you feel like your cells need water, or there's like almost a drive in the system, a heating up in the system. I don't know if you know this feeling where your body is just actually tired and feels like it could do with a shake-up or some release. How I'm understanding this particular energy is, number one, it becomes a distraction, okay? It becomes a distraction. And number two, it's like the energy of pushback in your body. There's a whole lot of energy that enters your body once you start thinking about something or applying yourself to something, or, applying your awareness or directing your awareness to something that is going to resist, like I said, that sabotage energy. Your own energy starts working against this thing. A lot of people can actually understand this as, let's call it a spiritual attack. Let's all respect how we all understand stuff. We can call it a spiritual attack, but that's what I'm referring to. But at the same time, let's not let that take us away from the point that this energy has entered and wants to be processed. Okay, so that's how I decided I'm going to record this and share this with you, because I'm not going to sit now having thought about this entire meditation and these visuals, and I now have this information. I'm not going to sit with it in my body. It needed to be processed, which is how I got here. So I suppose this is an example. And I also want to share with you, and perhaps this is the main idea, that I already feel better after sharing it, which tells me that what I have just shared is very much relevant in terms of whatever entered my body. Another thing they're wanting me to say, and it's because I'm experiencing it in my own background here, okay, around me, so many distractions, whether it's noise, whether it's people complaining or people needing you, whatever it is, you're going to have distractions. The idea of distractions, sometimes, again, it depends on how we receive it and how we process it. We can often think that distractions are a sign that we must let something go. Okay? I don't have the answer for you around that here. I don't have that answer for you. But what I will say is that those kinds of distractions can last a very long time. They can last months, where you keep writing it off as a distraction and it means I must let it be and not do it. Whereas actually sometimes it's a message around your resolve and your determination to clear this thing up and to attend to it. Okay? Because it's like, consider it like a war between the present part of you, or version of you, and the past version of you. Okay, the past version of you wants to keep you in the past paradigm. It wants to keep you in the past, and it will hang on as long as it can, because it is being fed energy, and it is used to running. Okay, it's a system that's used to running. And so without you, it cannot run. And so it starts to move into survival mode. And survival mode chows more energy. It consumes more energy. Hence this cellular physical fatigue that sometimes comes over. Okay, so right now I feel like I'm sharing something that I wish I knew a year ago. Honestly, as far as things like this go, I wish I knew a year ago, because really how your body feels is a big contributor to your motivation, your feeling of empowerment over clarity. Because what happens is that we start to doubt ourselves when we're feeling like energetically low, okay? Because again, you might not actually be energetically low. You might just be feeling that way, because as soon as you unlock that, if you like, break down that damn wall, the energy comes through. But as long as you kept on the other side of the wall with your wall up, you don't know there's a flow. You won't know there's a flow. And so it's almost like I don't like to encourage people to push past their fatigue and to push past their, what their body's telling them. But you've got to look out for this for yourself and begin the process of discernment. You know, I've just come to learn, when my body and my mind need rest and when I'm dealing with an energy that needs release. And so you will learn, the difference between the two for yourself. And so what I'd say is it's so important, yes, to take notes, but to become aware of these distractions and how they manifest. Okay, how they manifest, because they manifest actually because the creation itself is asking for a form of conviction. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. I'm so glad I came to share this message. Sending you all so much love.